It's a new day and a new year. Good morning and welcome to the first edition of the program for the year 2014. I'm Harriet Agbinyi. I'm glad you could join me. Now, I'm sure most people will agree that 2013 was quite an eventful year, and here we are in 2014, full of expectations. But it's still a stock-taking period for most individuals and corporate organizations, and of course, we're doing same on Business Morning. And for today, the first day of the new year, our focus is on the macro economy, that is the gross domestic product, unemployment, inflation, and other similar matters that will come up in the course of the discussion. An analyst from Financial Derivatives Company Limited, in its second economic scorecard, described 2013 as a year of two halves. They marked the first half of the year down, while the second half was marked up. Now the question is, what are the indices? Which institutions actually drove 2013? What is the good news and the bad news for the economy? These and more will be our focus on today's edition of the program. We'll also take a look at the outlook for 2014, the fastest growing economies and the risks in the new year. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Financial Derivatives Company Limited, Mr. Bismarck Rwani, will be joining me on the program shortly. Now, the last trading session at the Nigerian Stock Exchange for the year 2013 yielded a new psychological line for the key indicators. We'll take a look at those numbers in a moment. Well, yesterday, the first in the market's history, the trading floor was honored with the presence of a celebrity who rang the closing bell. Temple Ashaju was part of that event, and here's his report.
The two previous trading sessions at the Nigerian stock market had closed in the green. The remarkable records moved to be consistent as the last session for the year came with higher figures. Stockbrokers attribute the upward trends to the attractive nature of shares with good fundamentals.
We see rally in UBCAP, we see rally in Half-Free Crude, we see rally in UBA, and the NEM released their first and second quarter after they audited.
If the market has grown with over 40%, throughout the year, it tells us that we have confidence in this market.
To end its good performance in 2013, hip-hop celebrity Two-Face Idibia visited the trading floor to ring the closing bell for the year with his hands and his voice.
Just like the sun, light up the earth, you light up my life, that's why we say, you are the African queen, and that is the African beauty.
It has definitely gingered me to upgrade my investment portfolio in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So I'm definitely going to loud it out anywhere I can, and ginger a whole lot of younger generation people to pay attention to this and try to invest and try to make something happen.
In 2013, the stock market rocked some volume-boosting shares. While the all-share index started the year at 28,501.21 and ended at 41,329.19, the market's capitalization's year-to-date returns ends positively by 47.19%. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
Well, Two-Face Idibia actually felt quite honored. According to his tweet yesterday, what a way to end the year by ringing the closing bell for the Nigerian Stock Exchange at noon today. I feel highly honored. Thank you. And I'm sure all the brokers and the management of the exchange actually saw how honored he was. Well, we also hope he matches his words with action, and that is increasing his investment on the Nigerian capital market. Well, now let's take a look at closing figures from yesterday. Well, for the last trading day of the year, the positive rally continued from Monday's close at the Nigerian equities market, pushing key indicators further into North Territory. The all-share index climbed by 2.12% to end the year above the 41,000 psychological level with a higher market capitalization of 13.22 trillion naira. And Nestle recouped the 25 naira it lost on Monday to boost the market and finished the session at 1,200 naira. Price gains recorded by Dangote Cement and Nigerian breweries also raised the buzz. On the flip side, Forte Oil shed 10 naira 55 kobo from its share price to leave 15 other stocks that investors gave the cold shoulder. Now, with over 160.99 million units exchanged, Sterling Bank was the most actively traded for the day. And also on that list, we have Eternal Oil, NEM Insurance, Unity Bank, and Transnational Corporation of Nigeria. Now, after 3 hours of trade, investors had in 3,710 deals exchanged 562.44 million units for 3.91 billion naira. Well, the market resumes tomorrow, and analysts are optimistic that the market will continue to grow as more companies continue to disclose their financials, which will encourage more participation in the market. Well, there's more to come on Business Morning, including the top news stories for the hour. Please join us again.